Welcome, warm welcome also from my side. We had a lot things we have to talk about. Okay, this is one introduction you have heard. I'm a managing director and also a co-founder of Deutsche Giganetz and have a long telecommunication history. I was also co-founder of Arcor in 1995. And so my new color is orange. This means actual Deutsche Giganetz an orange company. We have a super fast fiber company, and today we want to talk about the one on Germany's fiber build-out. The time is now, and I will address different perspectives. And in any case, it's already clear the race to fiber has begun. First, I will talk about our company. We are fiber, and Deutsche Giganetz loves fiber. What means that where we are, instead of unlike other companies, we are a greenfield fiber company. No legacy, no takeover of a small company. Our market approach was from the beginning was said to be large, was said to be scalable from the start. And so we are so-called a new generation focused to fiber to the home. And in this case, we'll be fast, we'll be discrimination-free, and a cooperative carrier. And the most important thing, we were equipped with necessary capital. And for capital, it's important to have a self-finance build-out. Our investor base is IRCP and Sun Life from UK and Canada. And as a pension fund, they both have a very long-term oriented investment in us. That allows us to build out quality and very sustainable networks, and sustainability is also really important for us. And for this reason, we have currently planned investment in Germany of about 3 billion euros. And for this build-out, we have planned 2 million households with self-financed capital. Deutsche Giganetz is, as the name suggested, and the claim also represents a nationwide provider, and our headquarters is in Hamburg. And we started our most intense activities and successes in Hesse and in Baden-Württemberg. And so we already covered today in 6 projects in 6 federal states. Okay, this was a little introduction about us, and even although we are new, next month in July we have our 2nd birthday. We have an amazing track record you see here. We have won as a partner of the Gigabit region Frankfurt Rhein-Main, and also we are a partner in the Gigabit region Heilbronn-Franken. And you see there are big projects in fiber build-out in Europe. And so we also won tenders in Limburg, Weilburg, Wetteraukreis, and over 100 municipalities trust until today our network. Okay, one point is also important, our willingness to cooperate makes us welcome and brings us together with small, medium, and also sometimes large actors or stalks in the region. And this power of the many is enormous. You will see in my slides later. Okay, yes, let's start with my content in my presentation. The one on Germany's fiber build-out starts with a shame. We are so often world champions in automotive and chemistry, but we lose out when it comes to fiber optic build-out or in digitalization. And Germany is sometimes really a digital desert. And Germany could become a loser in digitalization. And we have had also a market failure in the expansion of fiber optics for more than 10 years, and less than around about 12%. Question of which statistics you read, less than 12% of Germany households, only 12% have until today a fiber optic connection. And this image of this bird, you know it is an ostrich, it's unfortunately true, and head in the sand. And so also a big reason why we as a company, Deutsche Giganetz, exist. And we have to do something and we have to change this. And the question behind this picture is, why is that? And I will give you an answer. The market leaders and former monopolists and so-called incumbents protect their existing networks, the copper network from Deutsche Telekom and also the coax cable networks from Vodafone. They protect them, and that is why Germany is a backwards developing country in terms of fiber optic in Europe. And even today, it's unbelievable, even today, more copper connections are put into operation by these both providers than new fiber connections are built. That's unbelievable, but it's true. Copper and coax, in our opinion, is a good bridging technology and was important for Corona, but with an age to 60 to 70 years, in some cases, of this old copper network, it belongs more or less in a museum. Fortunately, fiber optics is now accepted nationally and internationally, and as the only technology of the future, and it was really high time. Okay, back to the ostrich. What does it mean? It's time for hope for Germany. Lots of capital has now discovered Germany, and largely driven by equity, debt, capital from new investors like us, Sun Life and IRCP, but other companies like EQT or Allianz or Infracapital and others have also discovered Germany. More than, it's unbelievable, but more than 50 billion euros private capital are on the way to be invested in Germany, are on the way. And the question behind this is also, why is Germany so attractive? And there's a lot of capital in the market. And this is a result of, you know it, the worldwide low and partially zero interest rate politics. And this immense capital is looking for really safe opportunities in this world. And Germany is a very safe country. Germany has very solid general conditions. And also infrastructure is in this point a very attractive investment due to long time investment cycles, roads, power supply, networks or energy and so on. And in infrastructure, within infrastructure, fiber optics is now most interesting investment because it's so poorly developed in Germany and so far, and everyone will need it. And it will also be needed for the next 3 generations or longer. It's important by so long investment cycles, up to 90 years, and so far, fiber is a AAA investment. Fiber is green. Fiber saves energy and saves also travel costs. And therefore, immense interest from classical financial investors, increasingly conventional institutes or capital providers, as well as local banks, and above all, we have a high influx of pension funds. They love long-term investments and security. And so up to 50 billion euros pushing into Germany, and we are one of them. Okay, next question is also important. There exist 2 different ways to the goal. The goal means fiber build out in the municipality. State or private is the question. And as said, a lot of private capital is on the way or also already available. And the orange track, our color draft, on the left side shows the strong, fast, and more or less direct path that these investments go to the goal, through the fiber build out. And also important to understand, as well known, there are also public subsidies for expansion for fiber build out available. And here, up to another important point, up to another 12 billion euros actually being discussed with the new federal government who wants to implement this amount. And we don't like that an overwhelming amount, an overflow of this subsidy is good for Germany. Procedures are very long, complicated, and conditions and documentation requirements are really, really difficult. And a lot of bureaucracy should slow down Germany even more. And so we have a clear favor. Self-financed build-outs has clear priority, and subsidies are important, but only be used carefully when they are really needed. Okay, and an important example, in my opinion, is we are strongly warned against over excesses in politics, as private capital will quickly be gone. You know, private capital is also like a shy deer. It means shy animal. And a Scholz bazooka. Oh, we have a problem. Great. Takes this 100 billion euros. Could be the wrong answer and could be damaged and more again. Okay. The next one is an important point, and I will tell you the goal is how to expand a municipality or a large region, in the best case, 100% of all access points. And the question is, how does it work? And therefore, a little insight into our holistic approach, how we think about this. Okay, the target is, you see different density of population examples, and the question is, and the goal is, how can I supply 100% of all address points with fiber? And we think the first step is to change your perspective. And size means, for example, think in large clusters helps. High volume reduces risks and enables a solidarity principle. And so we can make good or less good municipalities to one build-out cluster. And high volume reduced risk enables a balance to your fixed costs, backbone personnel marketing costs can be better balanced. And also don't forget, if you think in large clusters, large contingents can improve your purchasing, and so you can reduce your costs. And interesting and important side effect, in our opinion, is you can avoid Flickenteppiche, you can avoid patchworks, you can avoid toxic partial build-out in one municipality. And otherwise you get first-class citizens with fiber and second-class without in one municipality. We believe an important point is that open access is really important. With open access you can protect an overbuild of fiber infrastructure, and it's better to have cooperations with wholesale or wholesale models. And a positive side effect in this case is increase the total penetration on the network, and this also allow a better refinancing process. Okay, next slide means let's go to directly in one municipality, come from, for example, district. Now we go into a municipality direct. And it's important to understand that the municipalities has different types of districts. For example, residential, mixed, 1 and 2 family houses, core city, and commercial areas. And this is important because for investors like us, the costs in these different districts are really different, and depend to population density, roof lengths, GDP, and many other factors. But for us, it's also the goal to develop 100% of this municipality with fiber. And the solution you can see here. We think it needs 3 gears, 3 gear wheels that work together. The biggest one is the private capital. And the second one is use existing infrastructure, trails, tubes, existing fiber. And the third is the subsidies from Förderkulisse. And we think the best path to 100%, it's our experience, and also more or less, I think, new telco industry standpoint, that we can reach with self-financed build-out nearby 90% of all address points, nearby 5% use existing networks, and only 5% we need public subsidies. and this only as a supplement, not as a reason to build out. Okay, ich hoffe, ich bin noch in der Zeit. Ja, 3 Minuten. Okay, like Martin Butz from Telefonica said, cooperation is important. That's also our standpoint. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's better to do it together with partners and with local players. Cooperation is so a part of our DNA. You see here the typical partners are regional public utilities, super-regional suppliers, specialist purpose associations, and so on. Housing industry is really important. And these partners are important, and each brings their strengths together on the table. And the advantages are more or less easy to understand. If you couple your strengths, you have fewer construction sites, you have a big time advantage for your expansion, and you can more address points build out and have a lot of cost synergies. You can infrastructure rent, lease, purchase, and also important example is co-laying infrastructure with partners, and you can split your costs 50%. Okay, the last slide is here. It's more or less an executive summary of our tops. It means fiber build-out is the future starts today, and it's necessary to have a holistic approach, be fast, be cooperative, and fiber networks are for everyone, for 100% in one municipality, in one region. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Soeren Wendler. Do we have questions? You're looking like? No? Then? No? Okay. Can we get a microphone?
Hartmut, wir haben doch keine Zeit.
Soeren, big compliments for the speed of your rollout. What was the secret to arrive these numbers so fast?
The greenfield approach was our secret. We have a lot of experienced first-line employees from the beginning. They built out fiber networks in other countries, and we decided not to buy a small local company, but as a greenfield approach. With the greenfield approach, we were able to buy big machines, big processes, big software applications, and so the machine can produce 1,000 and can also produce 1 million. And this is one of our secrets.
and what could be the next round of investment?
It could be in
3 billion isn't enough for you.
Yes, it's true. We are. Every week we talk with investors. We have no problem with money, but it's true what you say. I believe we can talk about in 1 month. Okay, thank you very much.